Right, good morning everyone. Now, I'm not sure this is going to work. I've had an idea and I have done one similar before and there is a video on my channel. But we're going to make a doll. And I always ask you or tell you or advise you to save things like this. It's just a little cylinder. But I'm going to make a doll from it. So you're going to need that. We do sell this. I'll have a look on the shop because we sell it in several colours. We've got it in reds and different colours as well. So I'll have to get it all out. Make sure it's on the shop for you. In fact, I might make a little kit or something up. I don't know. I'll see yet. So it's like a tubing, a knitted tubing. Now you're going to need 2-inch wide wire. I've chosen the firm one because I can bend this how I want it and it'll stay. And you thread I'm going to show you how to do it because I've done this one. Now, wait a minute, where are we? I'm just going to cut a little bit of that off. So that's the size of the wire. And you need I've got these. You can use a normal bead that goes all the way through, but I do have some of these. They're just a hole in the front, in one end, one side should I say. And what you do is you thread the wire through the middle of the tubing. You only need it to touch the end. That's it. Pop a little bit of glue. Now do be careful with hot glue. I do tell you often it's can be quite dangerous. Do that. Twist it. You snip in the end off. And then you take your bead, so whether it's one that's got a hole all the way through, it doesn't matter. You pop in some glue, and then you twist that on and let that set. And then I can cut that. Just leave a little bit off it so you've got a little bit like that to play around with. Now for the legs, I'm not going to do that. What we are going to do though is to glue the end like that, twist it. We're not putting little bobbles, are we? You know what? Yes, I think we will. I think we will. Right, so I'm going to do the legs. That's the body. Yeah, that'll do. We'll just do the legs that length. So let me do 2. We will put them on. Why not? Hands and legs. Right, so I've already started to do that. So now I need the wire. And I think the legs are going to be... No, I'm not going to put wire on the legs. I'm not going to do it. So we're just going to do this. And attach that. I want them to dangle so it can sit on a shelf. Attach that to the bobble. Hopefully it'll work. That was the wrong way to do it. So I've learnt that. That's something new. I'm going to twist that first. Snip it. Then put the glue inside as I did before. And then poke that in. So it's got a little bit of leverage there like that. You see, because I put the glue on the end. It stiffened it up and it's made me, giving me that allowance to pop that bead on, and then we can clear that. So we'll do that again. If you see, so we've got that. So I'm going to take this one, pop a bit of glue on the end. Hang on, I need a little bit more glue myself. Pop a little bit of glue on it. Okay, just let that cool a minute. You do get a bit clogged up with glue, but never mind. Right, I'm going to snip that off, and that gives me a little bit of a stiffness to be able to pop that inside this bead. So just do that. You can peel off what's left on it. Like that, that's fine. No harm in that. It just peels off. It is only glue. So We've got the 2 legs. Got some later that I can use for something else. Oops. Let me clear my mess up. There we go. Which is that. I need a little bit of this. Let me just see what I've got. I need a piece of this. So I'm going to cut a circle and I need it flat. So let me just cut this out first. And this is just like a cheesecloth. A linen. You need something. Cotton, anything will do, so long as it's you can draw on it, because I'm going to do this for the face. So I'm just going to trim round there like that. Now I want my face about that big for that size. See, it's got to be, not, well, it doesn't have to be in proportion at all, does it? We know that. Now what I'm going to do is take my needle and thread, and I'm using this strong cotton. It doesn't matter. This is the crocheting cotton. I'm going to start sewing. Although I've knotted it, I'm going to leave it like that so I can pull it together. So we go like round there like that, all the way around. This may not work, but this is something you can do with your granddaughters. Or make it for your shelf on in your craft room. I like having things like this about. A lady once made me a doll, and then I've shown how to make dolls as well, apart from the big dolls that I do. And I'm going to make a few more of those. I've one left in the shop. But I love making my dolls. I just hope no one's copied them. Because they're one-offs. Never do 2 alike. But anyway, we're just going to go around there like that. Now you need her face flattish, you know. So I'm going to take that off the needle. I've got some wadding here. So it's just some soft wadding. And I'm flattening it down on the deck and then pulling that together like that. That's, yeah, that'll do, won't it? Like that. And then what I'm going to do is to tie this off. This is what I don't like, working with long threads when you don't need to. Right, so, oh, sorry about that. That's my phone. It never stops. Like that. I'm going to do it again. We'll do 3 knots just for safety, but the hair's going to cover it anyway, so we're going to do that now, just to firm it up and to make sure that none of it all the threads don't come out. We're just going to wipe on, so wipe the glue on. And that just holds everything together. You don't want big clumps, and let that dry. So we put that to one side. So we've got these now. But what I'm going to do is to attach the legs first. So I'm just going to put some glue in here. Not on my finger, silly ass, Fiona. So there's one there, and then about, oh, a couple of centimetres apart, you need to then do the other one. Pull it down so they're roughly the same, look, like that, and they're going to dangle when it's sat on the shelf, look. Now, I'm also going to put a piece of this linen across inside there to support that. So I just need to cut a piece off. like that, just a length. Don't need that bit, but we can save that bit. Right, sorry, I just dropped that on the floor. See, it's just drying. We don't need that bit. But poke it inside, so do that. Poke it inside like that. Get as level as you can. Hold one half back and put some glue over what you've already done. Like that. And then you can pull the other bit back. Like that. Just let me get my tweezers just to lift it up a little bit and do that, and that will secure that in there. You can take any of the excess off. That'll just secure that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is to dress this, and we don't need the arms on till after. Well, first of all, I'm going to cover the arms, and I'm going to use a lace. So I've got my Nottingham lace. We do have this in the shop. I'm just going to cut a strip off because I need some for the skirt as well. But first of all, we just need to do the arms. So I'm just going to straighten that up. Oh, and I'd say about that much, 2 inches. Because we need to gather that up as well. So again, take my needle. I need some thread. I'm going to use some thread. And I need to do a stocking stitch, which is a straight stitch across. Hang on. Like this. These are so easy and pretty quick to make. If you've got everything together, they don't take long to make, and I'm sure any little girl will appreciate them, as long as these are done tightly and they can't pull them off. I wouldn't give them to anybody under the age of 4 or 5 or anything like that, because kids have a tendency to put things in the mouth. So pull that tight, give that a stitch or 2 to finish off, like that. Do the same again with the other one. Oops, oh, I put up bleed. Just stab myself as I usually do with a needle. So I'll just pull that together, fold that over, and then stitch that, pulling it in tight. Oops. Like that, that'll do that. And then what we do is they have to be turned that way. And we just put on a dab of glue and fasten that over like that. And you've made a little puff sleeve. See? So that's one done. And we're going to turn this the right way. Like that, and we'll cross this over on this side like that, and there's your other sleeve. Okay, so that's the arms and the sleeves done. Now what we're going to do is to do the skirts. So what shall we make the skirt from? What colour do we want the skirt? Do you know what? I've got this velvet. I absolutely love this. This velvet is like a crushed velvet. Let me move my needle because I know what I'm like. But I only need a square, and it was taken from a top, as you can see. So let's have a look. That should be long enough. I can cut this again if I don't think, if I think it's too long. I'm taking it really steady because I don't want to ruin it. Just move that to one side. So that's nowhere near straight. And I can sort that out. Like that. Level this one off as well. You can see it's not level, can't you? Like that. Scissors don't, no scissors like velvet. I can tell you that now. They don't like a crushed velvet. They hate it, scissors. And it slips and slides, you see, under the blade. Right, so all I'm going to do now is to, that's not close enough, just stitch this, a running stitch across, like that. I think this will be long enough, and it's going to have a little lacy skirt bit on it. Now you can do several layers. You can do like an underskirt, then a top skirt. I'm just showing you how to make the doll. And I will put it up for sale in the shop because somebody might want to buy it and copy it. But I think what I might do is see how many of these I've got and do a couple of kits with everything you need to make your own doll. If anybody wants one, if you want one, let me know in the description box if you'd like one of these kits. And I'll put strips of different fabric in so you can choose how you want to make the dress and that, because I've got flowered summery things, you know, fabrics. So I'll go through my fabrics and see what we've got and put several strips in. So you've got a choice. Now, I'm just going to leave that like that for now. Take another needle. That's not big enough yet. If I can get the cotton through, that'll be fine. So, leave that on the needle. Idea is to have your needle set up ready, folks. Now, I can't see, and I do have a needle threader, but I managed to do that. Mind you, it is a bit light in here today. The sun's out. Right, let's have a look. So, I've got my lace, and I'm going to turn that over. Leave some. That's back to front. Leave some. Wait a minute, because that's not very gathered. I'll take that off. Just leave some hanging over the edge, and all I'm going to do is to attach those two together. So I'm going to leave some hanging over the edge, and then just stitch this on. And the reason why I'm leaving it long is because I don't want it to pucker or anything like that. So you're leaving a nice long strip, and every now and again I'm going to put a little gather in it to make the skirt frilly bit stick out more. So I've done a couple of stitches, and then all I'm going to do, if I can, I don't know if I got it, I might not have enough actually, have I? No, I've not left it long enough. Never mind, just stitch it on. I was going to put a little tuck in it, give it a gather, a bit more of a gather, but it'll do as it is. I can see under the fabric, under the lace, where I'm putting this, so that's fine. So we're just going to stitch that. You can do that, make more gather in it if you want to, and all you do is just put a little, you just fold it over and put another little tuck, see, like that, and you get a bit more gather. So I'll just do this for now. Like that. come out. Now, obviously, I could get the sewing machine out. Yes, I know. But to be honest, for this little bit, it's not worth it for me. It'll take too much time setting up and whatnot. Let's have a look. Let's do it that way. It might be easy, actually. Like that. I can see where it's going. And you're just tacking it on, basically. Nobody sees it, so it doesn't matter. I don't want this to pull it, because it twists. I have a block of wax that you can run your thread through. And you run your thread through before you use your thread, and it stops it from actually twisting and gathering. And it makes it easier to sew with. I have these things to use and never touch them, to be honest. Because I haven't got them in front of me. I have them all put away so I don't lose them. It's only a small block of wax. But any wax will do. Even a wax pencil. Wax is wax. I wouldn't use a liquid wax though. Look, see how it can pucker and do all that sort of thing. Now, never mind, we have saved a little bit on the end here, which will just cross over. So that's why I do sometimes do that. Right, we're just going to make sure that that's not puckered. Like that. Now, turn it inside out. You have to ignore your things at the moment because you've got them on both ends. Turn it inside out. And what I'm going to do, right, is to glue mine. You can, well, actually I can stitch it. No, I'm going to stitch it. We'll stitch it. Right, hang on. So I'm going to go through there like that. I think I've got enough to stitch it. Oopsie daisy, where is it? It's got to be there. That's it. Hang on, I know what I've just done there. Let me get that out. That's got to be tucked in. I'm sorry, I do apologise. Oh, please don't. What's it me? That's it, got it back through. That has to be folded in. Sorry, I do apologise for that. Because we're trying to attach these two bits together. Right. So we do that. And I'm just going to stitch these two. Catch them together. Like that, and then I can take that one off. And then with this one, right, we have to attach these ends together. So all I do is I go back into the beginning when I started, and you're going to pull that, not too tight, you need a hole in the middle. You'll see why. Okay. Now, all I'm going to do is to stitch from there to there. I was going to glue it, but now I'll stitch it. I'll be good. But if I had the sewing machine now, I would have just run it all up really quick and easy. I'm just not being, what's it today? I'm too lazy. And it takes too much setting up. Right, make sure that is pulled so it's straight and there's no pucker in it. And then stitch that off. But then push that through. And you see where that was? So now you need to stitch them two together. And that's just covered that. That's why you've got to make sure you have plenty on your needle. Plenty of thread. Pull that back through that way. And then we can stitch that off. And you will do yours much neater than mine. And you will take more time with yours. I am a limited time to be able to do videos and show you. Well, I can take as long as I like, but I want to get the video done. And the less time it's loading up, the less time it takes to load. So I'm just going to dab some glue on there. And we affix those two bits together. So there, we've got our little skirt. And then what happens is we pop that over there. Like that. See? Isn't that pretty? But it's got to, like, you've got the hole in the middle, but it's got to glue on there. So what I'm going to do now is leave that way, glue the top of this, like that. You don't need loads. Centerize that and pop that back over. Like that. Isn't that cute? So then we have to put the head on. Now it's all hardened. And that's a head, like that. So I'm going to put the head on this way. Get some more glue. Oh, come on, glue. So we're just going to put the head on like that. Okay. Then what we do is I'm going to move her out of the way. Take these arms, cut them to where the wire is. And then pop on a little bit of glue. And just put it around the top of the edge, you know, on the sides. And what you do is you pop it onto, oops, don't catch it like I just did. You do that. So you want the wire, the top of it there. Like that. See? And we do the same. So that has to sit in the middle of that. So, and I need to make sure that's pushed downwards, pushed in like that, and then wrap the glue around because that's what's holding the sleeve on. So I'm going to do that like that, and that holds the sleeve. Like that, and that's where I joined it. So you just add a little bit of glue here, and then you pop her arm on there like that. Leave that to set, and then we do the same with this one. Find the set that bit there, and then you pop her arm on there. So what I'm going to do is just hold that like that. But you like these dresses and that, you could do three or four different layers. Oh, glue everywhere. Ugh. I know Catherine's going to get me a glue gun, so thank you, Catherine, for that. We've written to each other and arranged it. the show bonder, which is what I used to love working with that. And I do have the now, do you know what, that's what I've now that's a mistake I've made. My legs my legs are on the right and they need to be on the back. See, I didn't think of that, did I? But easily corrected. You just take it off and reposition them. Silly old. I don't know. So I need to get the back there. Right, you silly woman. Oh, push that in. Get that in. Right, they're positioned right now. Didn't realise that, so don't make the same mistake I did. There. Oops. It's all this glue strand there. Drive myself crazy. Now, the arms are set. Kind of, sort of. So we just have to... I'll move them about and bring them round and shape them. But I want to do the hair. Now, in order to do that, what I've got is some of this wool. And it's pinkish, so it'll go with that. And all you do, when I get the glue off my fingers... I need... let's have a look. We need... Do that. Yeah, will that do? Maybe a bit longer. There. So that's going to go across the top of the head. So you just need to cut so much. And where's... Here we are. Doll items. Let's have a look. I just need these little bands. You know, the hair bands things. Pink. So, we're just doing a little twist here and there. Like that. On that end. And that's about 1.5 inches long. And then we're going to do the same on this end. Like that. See, we've got that. And then what we do with this is I'm just going to pop some glue along there and we sit that just there like that. I'm going to bring this one down a little bit like that. Okay, now we need to make some more, but little clusters, little fluffy things. Sorry, we'll count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For this size doll, that should be enough. And then what you do is you put a little band. You could use string, and this might break when we put the hot glue on it, but hopefully it won't. So you do that, and then what you do is you cut it. Cut all the little loops. And you can trim them down. But I usually do it once I've got them on the doll. And then what you do is little glue either side. Try not to hit the band because it can melt it. And then you start and put them on. See, it's melted that. It's melted the thing. So I do it with cotton or string or something. Right, let's just hold that on like that. No, I've melted it. It's too much. So I'm going to have to use cotton. Right, okay, that's fine. We'll just have to use the cotton then. So, we'll try that again. It's just the way it is. It's what happens, you know. Let's just do that again. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you need to snip, poke that through. I'm using the same one. I'm not going to mix it. Right. Fasten that. Take my finger out. Fasten it tight. Just do a double knot. I'll have to do it that way, right. And then this will work. I usually just do the bands and try not to hit the band with the glue, because that's what happens. Okay, and then what you can do is you just simply glue them onto the back of the head and all over. Just go all the way around and then trim them down. But you might want to do different hair. I've got, you know, like doll's hair I can use. Oops. Poke that through. So just move that up, make sure you've got plenty of hair on it. You'll see what I mean in a minute. There we go, just do that. It's when you need all your fingers and thumbs and your mouth or your teeth. But you can make all of this up front. That's what I do when I'm making my dolls. I make all of the hair and dresses and everything up front, and then I can just assemble the doll together, you know what I mean? So it is easier. So I have everything set up like that. I love doing them. I'm still a kid, aren't I? But hey ho, let's just put these back. And keep doing this. Where have I put that? That's it. I put one on the other side now, just to fill the gap in. That's what you do, you just keep filling all the gaps in. Like that. I'm going to put another one here. Sorry, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I say, you get faster as you get used to doing them. I'm going to put one in there like that, and then we're going to put one on this side and one underneath by the neck. Oops, nearly dropped my scissors on my knee then. Oops, pull that out a bit. There we go. One more after this. Pop one there, like that. And I'm going to do one here in the nape of the neck. Miscalculated that one somewhere. That's it, it's this one, isn't it? These two, that's it. Undid it, but never mind, doesn't matter. That will do. There. Now, I could put some more on, but I'm not going to. I think that's enough. Now, I'm going to put one more there. I am. Just there. Sorry. Just seeing it. That's it. I mean, you can keep them as, you know, gathered, folded like this with without cutting them. Makes no difference. It just depends what look you want. Yeah, I just think there's a gap there that can be filled in. Under there, like that. That's it. And then we can trim down what we want. I'm going to do another one there. Sorry, folks. Oh, come on. There, that's it. So that's filled everything out, and then what I'm going to do is just to trim. Let me just wait till that's dry a bit. Let's just put a face on, I think, and then that'll be ready for me to trim and buff up. Right, okay, so I'm going to move her arms as well. I use quite stiff wire. Now I've just pulled that off. Right, okay, so that'll do. I'll put it back on. Ugh. See, I used stiff wire before. So we've got her like that. There we are. Take all the loose stuff off. She looks fine, doesn't she? Is that stuck? Yes, it is. So all I'm going to do now is just to go around and trim what I don't want. Like that. Now I've got a little bow here, pink, which can go in a hair, and we can pop that just there. See, like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put some makeup on, of course. Now I've got to get my brush. I only use this for my dolls, and I just putting a little cheeks on. Like that. And I've got a, now I don't know where it is, a black and a red pen. So I'm just going to make sure this is working. Yeah. That's not very good on there. Let's try this pen. Let's try this one. That's better. Okay, so that's that one. That's putting the lips on, and the black's going to be the eye. I can paint them on. Let me just get this going. But I'm not going to. Like that. And we're going to go 2 little eyelashes there, 2 little eyelashes here, and a little eyebrows there. Yeah. Do her lips a little bit more, I think. Where did I put that pen? There we are. Like I say, I usually paint things on, but like that. And I mean, you could put a little dab of white. I don't have any white, I don't think. Where did I put my white? I don't know. I've got some white somewhere, I think. Now, let me see. Have I got white? Here we are. I've got it. And I'll have to let it dry as well. Oh no, it's not that usefully healthy. Let me just get some white, because you need to put a little white in the eye for it to have that effect, and it makes all the difference. It really does. Let me just see. And I'm just using the top end of the paintbrush. Actually, I'm not going to use that one. Oh, I've got a white here. Might not need to use the paint. Not a second hand, I am. So I'm just going to use the paint. Use the tip of the brush, the pencil. Right, let's have a look. I've got that, put that away. That'll do. And hang on, let me just get the black. So black's not standing out enough for me. Let's have a look at this. I will use the tip of that brush, that pencil, because I can always redo it. Just to darken that a bit. That's it. Oh, I've gone too much there, but hey ho, whatever. Yeah, I'll leave it. What I've spoilt that at the end. I'm gonna have to salvage it now. Right, don't do what I've just done. But like I said, I'm just showing you how to do it. I've just spoilt that at the end. I should have used a fine brush or something. But never mind, never mind. I might be able to colour that with a colour and take some of that off. Okay, but you know, that's something similar to what you need anyway. Let me just wipe this off. Right. You know how to use how to make the doll. That's the important bit. Oh, put that there. Stick those down there out of the way. Put that back. And there she goes. See? There's your little doll. I'm just going to do... Where's that pencil gone again? So I hope that's helpful for you. You know, she can sit on the shelf and dangle her legs. There, let's just have a look. Cute, isn't she? Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.